Hello everyone! So this video is going to be about all the new things that have been discovered in part 1 since the last time I ran this game, or at least since the last time I've made a tutorial for this game. Starting in March, I went on a big part 2 binge, got some grounded records, tried permadeath, didn't really like it, and it kicked my ass a lot. But I've since returned to part 1 since the announcement of the remake, and the community has found a lot of brand new strategies that I never would have found on my own. Overall, saving anywhere from 15 to 17 seconds. It's basically there's a lot of smaller strats that were found. And this video is going to go over them, comparing what they were versus what they are now. And, alright, first strat is actually right here. And this, I'm going to change layouts really quick because I want to time this. Let me make sure this is under file 10 because I need to go back. This one's quite strange. It's right here in the beginning of the game, so...
Oh, God, this place reeks. I need to watch what they throw away down here.
Alright, so this is what we would normally do.
There be light.
Just go over here, get past Tess, get our
Grab our
backpack.
gear.
You know, straightforward. This is just tutorial stuff. And then make our way over here. Now this should take 46 seconds. I'm going to stop the timer when Tess says, "Alright, Texas, boost me up." So.
Alright, Texas.
There we go. 46 seconds. Okay. There's that. But if we do it again, here, I'll edit this. I'll go back. So if we do it again, we're going to do something different. Hold on.
Oh, God, this place reeks. I need to watch what they throw away down
So
here.
watch what we do differently. Remember, we're comparing against
There be
46
light.
seconds. We're going to do this.
Let's grab our gear. Hey, Joel. Backpacks are over here.
Not a lot of ammo.
Make the shots count.
Now pay attention to what time we have here.
Alright, Texas. Boost me up.
44.9. Sometimes it's even faster than that. I've gotten 44.5. So what exactly happened there? I don't know the reasons for any of, like, I didn't discover any of these. But you go forward, trigger the dialogue, and then wait for Tess to, like, change direction of her running, and that's when you hit triangle.
There you go.
So doing it from here.
Shit's stirring
Hold
up
on, I'll
out
skip
there.
ahead a
How
little
we
bit.
looking over here?
Okay, we'll do it again.
Ugh,
Starting the timer
God,
when
this
his feet
place
hits the
reeks.
floor.
I need to watch what they throw away down here. There be light.
So again, it's a weird combination of things that we're doing.
Grab our gear.
But go forward enough over here until Tess starts talking.
Hey, Joel. Backpacks are over here.
Wait right here, and when Tess turns her body and is standing over the wires, then you hit triangle.
Not a lot of ammo.
Make the shots count.
The lighting is because I'm playing on PS5 unpatched. Just put up with it. It's the fastest version. Alright, let's look what time we get again, and
Alright, Texas. Boost me up.
very slightly faster. Like I said, this video is going to have a lot of very small time saves, but that one's free. It's movement based, you know? There's no combat involved with it. So, literally free. Yeah, I love ones like that. Really, really nice discovery. It may save only a second, but a second here, a second there, it adds up. It adds up. So you walk to the ledge until Tess starts talking. stay on top of the triangle prompt, look over at Tess when her feet are like on the wires, hit triangle. And then the rest plays out. She just starts saying, all right, Texas, boost me up faster. So yeah, that's one thing. All right, we are in the wharf now. The next thing of time save is actually a decent amount of time save. First, let me show you the way we used to do it. This will be like for the rest of the video. I'll show you what the strat used to be, and then show you what the new thing is. This one is probably the most risky of all the new things, so I only do this strategy if I'm like trailing heading into here. But the way we used to do this area, and it's still a good strategy. This is straight from my tutorial. Let go of sprint, hold it back down. You either get alerted or you don't. You can run around this guy or bash his head in once. And then you go. And some different things can happen after that. You can get alerted, you can not get alerted. But that's pretty much like what the strat is. Now, if this loading screen doesn't take too long. Good to be back on part 1. Okay, this new strategy. There's a couple different ways you can do this. You can go to the left of the wall or the right of the wall. I'll show you like a couple different ways you can do this. This one saves 3 seconds, but your way... It's more likely it doesn't work compared to the other strat. I only had the splits up on the previous one because you couldn't, like, see how much of a time difference there was. If this one works, this saves about 3 seconds. Keyword there, if it works. So, let's see what we get here. Come over here. When you get about here, throw a punch, get the bottle, and go. And hope you don't get shot by this guy. Boom. That right there, you'll have to see what I did with the inputs. Like, I let go of sprint when I picked up the bottle, I think. Yeah, it's, that is 3 seconds faster. But you're more likely to take damage, and then you still got the cargo section after this, so I only saved that strat personally. Or if I didn't have a good slums or I got off to a not so great start. Either an intro or 3 infected or whatever. So yeah, there's that one. Another way to do this one, I haven't played around with this as much as I could have yet, but that's the strat I usually go for. I throw the punch because if you just hold sprint the whole way, you'll get staggered, and if you remember my stun lock video, you'll just keep getting shot over and over. Throwing that punch is a way to keep your momentum going forward, but kind of breaking the cycle of getting stun locked.
Let's go wrap this up.
Another way to do this, and again, I haven't tested this that much, is to go over here.
Yep.
Ow. Yeah, there's one stun lock, and this guy's probably... Yeah. Well, you got through. But yeah, I probably could have let go of sprint. Probably when I pick up the brick, I was supposed to let go of sprint and hold it back down, kind of like I did with the original strat. But yeah, they save about the same amount of time. I personally like doing the one where I throw the punch and then pick up the bottle, because I'm right next to a crate, so I can crouch behind real quick as I'm picking it up. So yeah, you have options there. Play around with them yourself, but that's pretty much the basics of the new thing. And each of them, whichever one you decide to do, save about the same amount of time, which is about 3 whole seconds. So pretty important. Yeah, that's it for here. All right.
I think it's a bit strange.
Here we are a little bit later in the outside split,
Marlene wanted
even
to
though we're
do
inside.
so.
But this is the outside chapter.
Or the second, for that matter.
This one's kind of interesting. This one only saves about a second.
I just hope there's someone alive.
So Tess normally just walks towards the shelf. And then Tess and Ellie have to squeeze through this area right here before you. There is literally an invisible wall right here. Here, look. See? Invisible wall until Ellie makes it to the other side. And then you can go. What the strategy here is,
think it's a bit strange that they're having
stand
us do
right
this
about here.
Marlene wanted
Doesn't have to be
use
exact. Right about
the
here.
first
Move a little
choice.
bit to the left of the
Second
wall.
for that matter.
Again, right around here. Doesn't have to be
Beggars can't
exact.
choosers.
Tess is going to do
Hope there's
this.
someone alive to pay us.
Oh, out of my way.
Someone will be around.
And get to the shelf. She'll open it a tiny bit sooner, but that's not the strategy. It gets rid of the invisible wall.
Come on.
So when Ellie starts moving, you can start squeezing through that tight space about 1 second early. And it's mainly because you don't have to enter through there the way I did.
Having us do their smuggling.
Basically, what Tess is doing here is it gets rid of that invisible wall.
Second for that matter.
Again, I don't really know why.
Lost a lot of men. Beggars can't
I
be
just know that
choosers.
this is happening.
I just hope there's someone alive to pay us.
So get the fuck out of my
Someone will
way.
be around.
Like, you could be back here and it'll still work. Like, I'm just gonna hold sprint. When Ellie starts moving, I'm gonna start moving. And you can see there's no invisible wall. We're almost occupying the same space. And then you continue. Saves about 1 second. And again, this one's nice because it's not combat involved. The non-combat time saves are always the best because they're easy, you know. But yeah, nice and simple. All right, next area. All right, so here we are in the bookstore in Pittsburgh. Now, what I'm about to show you saves about a second and a half. But first, let me show you how this area used to be performed, and is the way I show it off in my tutorial. So, jog, leap into the window. Jog, leap over there, get the brick, and then go over here. Throw the brick, let go of sprint, and then hold it back down when the brick hits him. The new strat, come on, is this. I'll go slower in a bit.
We're up all night.
Ignore the lighting. Beautiful. If you notice, the new way, sprint is held down almost the entire time. So, the reason we don't hold down sprint the entire time here is because... Alright, it didn't happen there, but when you're doing it in a run, if you hold down sprint the entire time, you get alerted on the stairs. It's just what happens in a run. It's not 100%, but it happens. So what we do here is we sprint leap through the window, but we let go and then hold sprint back down when Joel's feet hit the floor. So it looks like this. Fast leap, let go, hold it back down. Right there. And then this one, we do a fast leap, but if you noticed, the brick wasn't picked up. To avoid getting alerted there, and we need the brick to exit the building, we need that brick. So how do we sprint leap over that crate but still pick up the brick? Well, you point the camera to the right. That's all you have to do. So again, sprint leap, let go, hold it back down, and then just do this. Sprint leap and point the camera to the right and hold down triangle. As long as the camera is pointed to the right, you're fine. And then as a result right here, let me show you why you need to use the brick. Okay, didn't happen there. But you can either get pushed against the wall or put in a chokehold. Didn't happen there, but trust me, it happens. Plus, you don't need the brick after this. There's a bottle in like this little coffee shop before we head into the hotel. So you don't need this brick. But the strat I used to do, again, was throw the brick and then sprint again after it hits them. You don't have to do that anymore. Because we're going faster, you can throw the brick later, and you have no risk of getting shot from behind. Okay, also, after you pick up the brick, you want to go to the right. If you go to the left, well,
We're up all night.
I'll show you. If you go to the left here, you get alerted. Oh, shotgun. And you don't want that to happen, obviously. So you go to the right. So again, putting all of that together, because the area becomes a little bit more complicated.
I'm so fucking tired.
Sprint leap, let go of sprint, hold it back down after he lands. Sprint leap this crate and point the camera to the right. Hold triangle. Go to the right here. And then this right here, there's a couple things you can do here. You can either do that, or I recommend throwing it. And you can hold sprint the entire time. So one more time.
I'm so fucking tired. We were up all night.
Again, look at my inputs for the specifics. Holding the camera to the right, you get the brick. Go to the right of this table. By the time you're alerted, you're out of there. So yeah, it looks like it saves more time than it does, but that saves about 1.5 seconds. But it's good. You know? Trying to think what else to mention. Yeah, that's pretty much it. 1.5 seconds. You know, this stuff adds up. Second here, second there, 2.5 seconds there. If we're not counting the wharf thing, we're already up to like 3.5 seconds saved. And I once got a record by 0.1 seconds in an almost 3-hour game. So this shit matters, you know? All right, that's it for here. Next. All right, I know the screen's black right now, but the next area is going to be Financial District. This one isn't necessarily about a big thing of time save, but it's a new way to do the beginning of the financial fight. So I'll show you what the strat used to be and then what the new thing is. The beginning's the same. You throw a nail bomb, but after that, it's a bit different. First, let me show you what the strat normally is.
Yeah, that's all I should have known, but it was steam.
Boom. Boom. And then you come over here. That's pretty much it. Like this part. Normally that guy is behind there or there, and then the rest is, you know. The main difference, that's how it's normally done. The main difference now is we don't kill this enemy first, we kill him second. So now we do this. You want to kill that guy by about the same time the alert chime goes in. And then the rest of the strat is pretty much the same. Yeah, a restart and counter changes this guy's movement. Normally he's off to the right. And as you can see, the rest is pretty much the same. But again, the main difference is what order we kill these two enemies right here with guns. Now, if you're able to kill that one enemy before they notice you, what should happen is this guy will be running towards you. That's like a side effect of the new strategy. So yeah, again, normally that Molotov guy would be hiding behind the dumpster or that open door to the right in the building. But yeah, I find this strat to be a little bit more simple. The one thing is you need to still run pretty far before killing the first guy because you, you know, you're going to be maybe like a step behind where you normally are, where you throw the Molotov, and the Molotov, again, has to kill at least 3 people. So doing this from the very beginning... Again, the restart and counter changes where that top floor enemy is, but if you do it from here, they behave the same. Okay, so as long as this kills 3 people, which it did. Okay, 1, 2. I like to do that whole thing standing up. All right, so just throw. Killed all of them. This guy should be running towards me, and he is. All right, pretend I shot him. Pretend all of my shots worked, okay? You have to shoot his legs because he has armor on. But yeah, he runs towards you, which, again, ignore my performance. It makes for an easy shot, and then you aim for the guy upstairs. So instead of him being back there or there, he's running towards you, and then you just hit his legs. Ooh. Look at all that blood. Nice. So yeah, I won't show it again, but... Yeah, that's the new strategy. It's designed to kind of simplify things a little bit. No more window RNG. If one of the enemies survives the nail bomb throw, Let me see if I can show you that. I'm gonna
Yeah, those
I'm
should
gonna
know better.
overthrow this one.
What was that?
All right, yeah. So you would do 1, 2, boom, and then you would still continue to go. And you should make it here by the time they spawn in, and the Molotov will kill all of them. So again, this guy over here needs to be dealt with, like that, and then boom, normally he'd be over there. But yeah, it's not like a death sentence if the nail bomb doesn't kill at least 3 people. If it kills 2, you can save it, because after a certain number of enemies die, they spawn in over there. So, yeah. Again, simplifies things a little bit. I like to use the rifle first, then the revolver, and turn the camera standing up. That's just personal preference. I don't recommend moving the left stick at all when you're getting those 2 kills, because you might get shot. If you're perfectly stationary, and yeah, you won't get shot, and it's fast enough. Simplifies things, again, like I said. Yeah, I'm not sure if that saves time. I never put them side by side, but it's definitely not any slower. It might actually be faster. So, yeah. That's it for here. Okay, this isn't anything, like, super new. We're at Henry's right now. It's basically a more consistent way to, like... Alright, fine, be that way. It's basically a more consistent way to swing through this door. The way it works is you aim at this line in the door right here when Henry starts opening the door. Aim at this line right here. Like, push yourself into Henry and aim at this line right here. When the door moves past the reticle, swing, and you should get in front of him. Because before, I would just, like, time my swing hoping I get in front of him. There was nothing consistent. So, all goes well. It looks... Alright, right there. I did get in front of him. I don't want to hit a cutscene yet, so I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, it looks a little bit like that.
How old are you?
Me? 14. How old are you?
Same? Oh, you're 14.
Put up with the dialogue.
I'm close. Alright.
Yeah, you aim at that second line on the wood. Again, right about here. And then when Henry opens the door and the door moves past the reticle, it's better to swing a little bit later than earlier. Just swing. You don't even have to be holding forward or anything. You can open the door now. Thank you. Lean into him. Line up right about there. Alright, it didn't work there, but... Here, I'll try it one more time. Just to say that I can get it.
How old are you?
Me? 14. How old are you?
Same? Oh, you're 14.
You know, one of those things, results may vary, but... Works for the people who found this.
Here we are.
Let's try it again. There we go. And then cutscene.
Alright, y'all.
You know, play around with it, one of those things. Yeah, just, increases the likelihood that you'll be able to swing past them, because if you don't, you're losing about 2 seconds compared if you're able to swing past them. So, increasing the likelihood that you get it is pretty important. Yeah, that's it for here. Alright, so,
I'm sorry.
here we are right before the bar after the searchlight.
Hey!
So this is the way I normally do it. Look and listen. Again, this is the normal way. We've had a big problem here for the longest time because of a camera glitch.
Get together.
Here, watch this. Listen to the truck. It's not making any noise. Now, as a result of that, we get a camera glitch.
Fuck do we get out of here?
There it is. See? I'm not doing that. The game's doing it on its own. Now, the big problem is once we get inside and once we get past this doorway and attack these enemies, the camera glitch is still there, so we're kind of fucked with regards to performing the area. So what we've always done is done a restart encounter when we get right there. The checkpoint is right when you get inside the doorway. However, we have figured out, sorry, we have to go all the way back. We figured out what causes the camera glitch is what we call it. And it turns out you get that camera glitch because you hit triangle on the garage door that you open too early. Not you open it too early, it just has to do with the triangle prompt.
All right, check it out.
So really, the time waste in this area always came from the restart encounter that we had to do because we had no other choice.
Let's go.
All right, kid, come on.
But we figured out like the way to not have that camera glitch happen. And that way is to just delay. It has nothing to do with whether you're holding down sprint or not. It has to do with when you hit triangle. So all you have to do is delay your triangle press by about half a second,
I'm sorry.
by about that much.
We're leaving.
And that gets rid of the camera glitch.
Hey, now!
What the fuck, Henry?
So it looks like this. And the way you can tell you're not going to get the camera glitch is because the truck makes noise. That's why I told you. All right, so just by that much. So listen to the truck. Hear it like revving its engine. So as a result, there's no camera glitch anymore. Literally the tiniest delay on your triangle press. And that's enough to get rid of it this whole time. What else to mention? Yes. If you are sprinting through... Now we can do this area without having to restart encounter. That's where the time save comes from. However, if you sprint the whole way through, you're alerted right away. So I'm going to do it again. Sorry, we got to watch this all the way through again. But what you do is, you sprint to the door, let go of sprint when you enter the doorway, and then hold it back down once you see the subtitles pop up, because that's when the enemies spawn in. Yeah, hold on. This takes too long. Let me edit this part out. All right, we're back. So,
We stick together.
slight delay on the triangle press. By about that much, you'll know you're not going to get the camera glitch because you can hear the truck. Now here's how you do the bar. Let go, hold it back down, and then the same strategy will work. See that? So, again, just repeating myself. If you hold sprint the whole time coming through there, you're immediately alerted, and yeah, that's not fun. So what you do is when you get right about here, just let go of sprint, jog through the door, the subtitles pop up immediately, and then you can go. You still need the brick, and then you do that. But yeah. Again, the time save comes from, because you're obviously losing a little bit of time with the triangle prompt outside, delaying it by just a tiny bit. But you're gaining back however long it takes to... how long it takes to do a restart encounter, and sometimes there's even a sound glitch right after. So I think you're saving approximately 3 or 3.5 seconds with this. I'd say about 3 seconds, which is, the time save is basically free. So it's pretty good. And the Molotov throw works exactly the same. Sometimes you can get alerted a little bit earlier, but overall I've noticed it's still pretty much the same. Sorry, just wanted to make sure he was dead. Alright. On to the next area. Alright, this one's pretty ridiculous, but we're here before the dam. So right there, the game takes away your ability to, actually across this whole thing, the game takes away your ability to run. So what you gotta do is crouch walk on it. When you get right there, Ellie asks if she wants a high five, you can say yes or no. And then if you say no, you get right there on that crack in the ground and you can start running again. But this one's kind of funny. If you get to the edge, if you get to the edge right here, and then you can start running again. I didn't realize Ellie Ellie just is just like, yeah, all right. Okay, we're still kind of like this, so she thinks I'm high-fiving her. Hold on. I know this is supposed to be like a professional video, but like she thinks we high-five if I fire a bullet. How far back does this go? You can actually jog on this thing. I wonder if you could do that early. The whole point is, if you get right about here and then fire a bullet, you can start running. I don't recommend doing that earlier. It's obviously as soon as she reaches for the high five. If you fire a bullet right away, you can start running. It saves about half a second. Normally in my runs, I don't have enough ammo to do that strat anyway, but it's something, you know. Sorry, I didn't test this ahead of time. That's really funny. All right, on to the next thing. All right, we're at the dam fight. And the new thing is going to be in that room. But let me show you what I normally do here, which is this. Normally throw a bottle at him, swing, and then rifle, pistol headshot, and then shoot his leg. That's what it's supposed to be. As you can see, it's a little meh. This new strat is fantastic. You ready to see it? Sorry. Editing, gotta go back. Okay, so we're back. Now the only change here, we're gonna do this, and instead of swinging at him, we're just gonna run past him. And the strat remains the same. Those guys up there kill the guy in here, and this guy. Yep, he's dead. So yeah. You can just run past him. I'll do it one more time, but you don't have to swing at him. You just run past him and then kill the 3 enemies in that room. But like I said, I'll show you one more time. Right, one more time. Literally all we're doing is not killing the one guy. The rest remains the same. And instead of a swing, just run past. Rifle, pistol headshot, crouch, El Diablo, in the leg, section, done. Grab the guns, make sure they're reloaded, get this ammo down here. This is all the same as my tutorial, you know all that. But yeah, you don't have to kill this guy. Sorry, I'm being a little sadistic here, but yeah, you don't have to kill him. Just run past. The rest of the strat remains the same. And what I like about it is when I go for the headshot, damn it, on the guy I was facing, subtitles on. The second guy. I rifle the first guy, I pistol headshot the second guy. If I were to kill the guy outside, sometimes my headshot is interrupted by Maria shooting him. I notice when I do this strategy, he's not shot. Obviously because the timing of the kills are different. So really, it's 2 benefits. 1, it's faster. 2, I notice I can really take my time and line up the headshot, because you're not crunched for time. Unless you're aiming at him for like 6 seconds, you're not going to get shot. So you have time to line it up, and you won't be interrupted by Maria. So yeah, win-win, honestly. And it saves however long it looks like it saves. So 2.5 seconds, potentially more. But yeah. I think there's either one or a couple more after this. All right. And the last area is the deer shot. Completely new way to do it, but I'll show you the old way. This way was pretty complicated. Get right about here, read the weapon sway.
There he is.
Listen for the snap of the twig. I couldn't even get it because I was talking. Like, you really have to listen. This new way requires no listening whatsoever. Let me get it. Let me get the old way once.
Where'd you go? There you are.
Yeah, I got it once. So you can still use that, but this new way is really, really good. Takes a lot of practice to get comfortable with it. But this saves about 3 seconds, just over 3 seconds. It looks like this.
There you are.
Boom. And the rest is pretty much the same. You actually don't have to wait nearly as long. Like, the rest is pretty much the same as the old strat. Don't get in front of it, otherwise it runs the other way. And when you get here, wait a little bit. But what's nice about this one is you don't have to wait nearly as long. So yeah, the days of listening for a snap of the twig, relying on the shadows of the tree, and the
Where'd you go?
spawn of the deer, that's all gone. Now, it's not as simple as it looks, you know. Like, for example, if you step over this twig right here, I'm not going to be able to get in position in time. See, I missed completely. So the first strategy right off the bat is, like, I'll show you, like, the ins and outs of how this works. And I do prefer this strategy once it was brought to my attention. So, the deer spawns. As you can see, there's no way to walk through here without stepping on the twig, triggering the deer. Like, right now, the deer is, like, just behind here. We can't see it. There's twigs all around. You have to step across these, which we do eventually. But there's a set of twigs right here. What you don't want to do is step over that one. So to make this more consistent, run around it and then hold up left. Okay? And again, this saves a little over 3 seconds, so it is worth it. So run around that one and then step over the twigs. And then when you regain control of the camera, aim and shoot. All right, I shot a little bit too early there. The more you practice this, the more comfortable it will feel. Like, I recommend, like, running just to the left of that rock, and then, yeah, so again, run around it,
There you are.
trigger it. So run about right here. I was a little late there. It's one of those things, so you need to point the camera kind of high. You don't have time to pull the string all the way back. But yeah.
Where'd you go?
There's a rhythm to this. It's still kind of new, which is why I'm struggling with it, but there we go. Now I recommend being far to the right so you have more left-right, like horizontal movement to work with, and be standing when you fire it. That's up to personal preference, but again, no longer relying on the shadows of the tree. I can talk while I'm doing this. I don't need to listen. I got it. Boom, 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 you know? Again, this is around 3.5. I'm going to round up to 3.5 seconds faster. So again, avoid those twigs. Hold up left. When you regain control of the camera, aim, shoot. Now you can aim later and then fire earlier, or you can aim early, or you can aim later and you can aim later, fire earlier, or you know, the combination of things. There's no like correct way to get this. It's what feels comfortable.
Got you.
But as you can see, when you are comfortable with it, it's a very good strategy. The biggest thing again is to avoid those twigs. Now, when you step on the twig, the camera points to the deer. When you regain control of the camera, you know, hold it left, and then that's when you aim. A little bit after you regain control of it. So avoid those twigs, hold up left. I like to hold left on the camera, and then, boom.
Got you.
It's a very good one. Very, very good one. That's pretty much it. But while I'm here, let me go over like an honorable mention one. These strategies were found. Why is it buffering? Okay. There was a video made by a fellow grounded speedrunner, Proxima Dark. He found a lot of these strategies, and combination of Durham and Uranto also found some of these. So Proxima Dark, Durham, and Uranto. Found a lot of these good ones. This is like an honorable mention one. It's in the intro. Dude, why is it freezing when I try to go back? This one's in the intro. It turns out when you get attacked by this runner right here, the faster you mash square, the earlier Tommy will kick the runner off. So this is mashing fast, normal, and slow, and you'll see Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
God damn it.
There is a difference made there. So, yeah, I should have started with this one, but I forgot. But, hold on, where am I? Let's see. Here we are, back on the main menu. Yeah, again, shout out to the community. They found all of these things while I was playing part 2. And I guarantee you even more things are found in the future. You know, just cutting out all, like the dead weight in the run. Like, we're constantly moving and finding faster ways to do things. Yeah, who knows when, like, the final strategy will be discovered, you know? Because I'm just constantly surprised. Like, I've only been back speedrunning this for 2 days, and I was on pace to, like, tie my record entering Science Lab already, you know? And I haven't done, like, a proper record grind of this game and category since August. It probably makes a 247 possible as well. Because, again, all these things combined, if you do them the way I did them in the video, probably saves anywhere from 15 to 17 seconds. And you saw some of them were pretty easy to pull off. So, trying to think what else. Yeah, that's about it. And really, this is just a way for me to not have to remake my tutorial, because that took quite a while. I'm probably going to continue just to make update videos on strategies. And yeah, that's all I got. New time saves. It's always so much fun. Alright, see you guys. Bye.